Oops, I made it this way. I always... Sorry I missed that. Get my thing here ready. I was going to wait a little bit to go live, but there is a counter protester here. And I heard him while I was sitting in my car, so I thought, why not? I got to sit here anyway. So hold on a second. Let me get all my stuff ready. No. I'm just talking. Yeah. Hi, peace, love, unity. Hey, girl. I made it. There's a counter protester here. I wondered if anybody would counter protest this event because Governor Abbott's going to be there. And I went a few years back. I was in Texas visiting Echo, and I went to Beto O'Rourke. Beto O'Rourke did a gathering just like this, where you come in and he talks to people and stuff. And I actually went to it, and there were protesters, not a ton, but there were some protesters out front that I got to talk to them. And I actually went in, and I can't remember if I live streamed it or if I just, because back then I was just on Facebook. But anyway, this one is at Cartwright's Ranch House, and there is a counter protester. See, this is a nice look at this place. It's the downtown area. We're at the square. It's actually really nice little Denton is. But okay, so we got. Let me lock my car door here, just in case. Hear my little beat. All right, so they got. I'm just trying to see this. Let me get my shit together here, guys, and there we go. Okay. So they've got a screen out front. I'm not sure whose it is. It said something about, I'll go over there in a minute and see, but. Oh, here, I'll go to the back. It should show it on the back. There we go. I was trying to see I didn't know what this was, so I was trying to see what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's just the opposition.
I can tell, yeah. I wasn't going to start live streaming until later, but I said, but there's protesters.
Well,
so.
I mean, this guy, have you seen him before?
You're protesting too, so let me make Abbott go away. Yeah, I was wondering if there were going to be people here. I was just telling my live stream, that I had done like a Beto O'Rourke one a while back, a few years back, and there were protesters there too, you know what I mean? So I figured with Abbott being here, we'd get some people out.
I'm hoping so. Everybody's kind of backing out at the last minute, but that guy's amazing. If you get a chance.
I could hear him. That's why I was going to get over there.
Flintstone is his name.
Fred Flintstone?
PH.
Oh, wow, that's funny.
But he's out here at least twice, 3 times a week. Just here I am.
Go ahead. He comes out here. What?
He stands on the square and the very offensive signs about
Trump
and
really?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, how often does he come out?
2-3 times a week.
Really? I didn't know that.
I gotta go talk to him. He's fascinating.
I'm a protester myself, and I love. I don't even care if people are believe the same thing as I do. I just like people up. I help people protest that are maybe protesting things I don't even believe in. You know, because it's so important for people to get their voices out.
Right.
Always.
Well, that's what we said when Trump got elected, and then we did the big women's march, and nothing changed. It was a beatdown. But keep on plugging away.
Well, that's the thing. Just keep on plugging and plugging and plugging. All right, I'm gonna go. Fred Flintstone. That's a cute name. All right, let's get over here. trying to get some of the screen.
Is he in there now? He's scheduled for 12:30. 12:30. You're probably going to go to Grant here because the back is blocked off, I guess. Yeah. Poor guy, we call him Mr. Hot Wheels.
I heard your name is Fred Flintstone.
That is correct.
That lady over there was telling me, and you're here like on the square quite often, or?
Yeah, I try. This is kind of like my home turf, but I go all over. I was in Austin 2 days ago. I've been as far as South Carolina, actually Florida.
What were you in Austin for?
Let's see, the state troopers, you know how they handle things in Uvalde?
Yes.
It was not exactly, but very close to the second anniversary of Uvalde. And I was down there to remind the friendly state troopers how I value their courageous efforts.
I hear your sarcasm dripping.
Yeah, I do courageous. But it ended at the bottom with the word cowards.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, I was down there just to like stare them down and say, hi, I see you, bitch. So yeah, that was that trip. It was a little downfall because the legislature wasn't in session, so there weren't as many protecting people down there. But you know, I think I got the message across.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I know I'm also like I live stream a lot, and I just like to live stream events. I'm here just to live stream this event here, and I was kind of wondering if there would be protesters out here.
I had a friend who was going to come with me, but she couldn't because something happened at the house. But she curses a lot more than I do, and she already has what do you call it? She's on probation now, 90 days for what's called cursing in public. So it's best that she stayed home anyway.
Yeah.
Because she gets carried away.
Yeah. My big thing though is protesting. That's how I started with a live stream, was by protesting. And like it's so important for everybody to get their voices. I think protesting is so important. It makes you, for me, it makes me feel like I'm not quite as helpless as I think I am.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, social media has got so many algorithms, and you know, when you speak out there, you don't want your friends to see it. But when you're here, there are no algorithms.
Yeah.
Every one of them people that support a different mindset, I get in their brain for free.
I see. That's what I always say, and it's so easy sometimes.
And my
But
wife says, "What good are you doing?" I'm getting in their brain for free. I'm breaking the algorithm.
no, I believe everybody, even when I don't believe in their, like I don't agree with their voice, I still think everybody needs their voices to be heard.
Yeah.
You know?
Because then you see what's real out there instead of the box and the people that speak when they're behind the computer. I'll say whatever I feel right here to your face or whatever, and I'm very comfortable and protected.
You come here, like she said, you come here quite often to the square, or?
Yeah. Are you recording right now?
Yeah. I'm sorry, we're live.
No, I do. That's okay. I just want to know what I can tell you. I do come out here often. This is what I call my home turf, where I come for therapy. But when I really go out and do business, I go to the red areas like Burleson and Weatherford and down there.
I know Weatherford. I'm over towards the lake area, kind of.
Granbury. That's where I was in Granbury just the other day.
Granbury.
Yeah, that's where one of those politicians, state representative, I believe, who's running for office, and they unearthed some unsavory involvement with child molestation about 2 days before the election. So
Who was it?
I was down there with my friend, and I can't remember his name, but if you say it, I would. But I can look it up. I mean,
I'm curious because see, that's my forte is the pedophilia.
Yeah, that's my hot button right now. Too.
It's my hot button, really.
Especially priests and religious people, man. I will drop whatever I'm doing and make a poster and drive hundreds of miles to try to point out some motherfucker should be behind you.
Oh, I know.
Or worse.
The people that you it's bad enough always, but when you entrust people, they're with your children like that, they're supposed to be that higher standard even, and it's just more egregious.
Yes, and police as well. I'll write.
That's what I meant, police and like religious figures and stuff like that. Yeah. I bet I've seen you in videos because I watch a lot of videos of protesting. You said you went to Florida too?
Yeah, for women's some clinics down there before they invoked the 6 weekday. They went down there just hung out because those girls in clinics, you're the coolest.
Yeah.
So cool, calm. They'll just say shit that with a straight face and laugh.
What do you? So I'll ask you then. What do you think of Ken Paxton and the kind of war he's made on women who need abortions?
Kate Cox, who had to drive to New Mexico back last summer because she had a trisomy 18 baby.
Oh, okay.
And if she were to continue that to term or attempt to continue it to term, she would not only risk damaging her ability to have future kids, because she already had two. She wanted this child. She would risk the ability to have any more children, but also risk death from bleeding out or sepsis or whatever else. So yeah, Kim Paxton upped it to the Supreme Court, and they ruled against her. And so yeah, I think he's a piece of shit. I think he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I just saw something on Twitter on a man who had to go through with his wife where she had the baby actually died, no heartbeat and stuff, and like the horrible circumstances that they had to go through, and like even to the point to where they kept sending her home, and then they give her one medicine, they wouldn't give her more medicine, and it was all because it's been so politicized, in my opinion, that the doctors now are so afraid because the lawyers are going after the hospitals and stuff, and so now women can't get the act. Like, we're not even talking, this isn't just, oh, I don't want a baby. This is like, my baby's dead and like stuck inside some woman, and like, that can't be good for you as a woman.
You have dead tissue inside.
Yeah, like, and then mentally, that really touched my heart, and I've talked to a lot of women like that, you know, and so I worry about them.
One of those lawyers is down at Deer Park. His name is Briscoe Kane at 302 West Oak Street, and he represents a man that's suing not his wife, but a woman who helped his wife get an abortion.
Ah, yeah.
Now that case was they were getting divorced, and she didn't want his child anymore. I think. I hope I'm not selling her down the river. But yeah, they were in divorce proceedings, and he found out she was pregnant. He found out that she had a couple of girlfriends helping her out with that, you know, whatever they helped with. And he was suing the women that helped her get the abortion, or seek it out. I don't know, maybe she got an abortion, but he went after her husband hired an attorney to sue the women that were helping her under the new Texas law. The governor.
I brought a quilt to them.
Yeah,
Water.
I don't know. I personally don't like any politicians. I think they're all self-serving.
I used to be a Democrat, but I'm pretty now, what do you call it?
Independent
or leftist, or I'm just not in there. I'm not in there. I think Genocide Joe needs to go, but Trump definitely can't make it in there. I can't have him.
See, I think a lot of people get stuck with that. It's like one or the other, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
Come say hello.
Well, I got to talk to him a little bit. I'll let him get back to his stuff. So this is we're having it at the Cartwright Ranch. And here's the guy that we're doing. It's Brent Hagenbuch, conservative for Texas.
I'm told it's pronounced Hagenbuch.
Hagenbuch.
Wow, that's what I was told.
Is this your truck here?
I don't have those kind of funds.
I didn't think so, but I mean not to be mean, but most protesters don't. So.
No.
So okay, so I was trying to figure out what this is.
You can rent these. You know, anybody can rent one and have the message on there.
I just didn't know what the message was.
It's
endorsed by the Liberal Texas Restaurant Association.
This is Brent's. This is Brent's opponent, I believe. J.C. Yarborough.
Oh, so that's the opponent to Brent. Okay.
That's my understanding.
Okay. I'll ask this guy. Maybe he might know.
He's just a driver.
Oh, he's just driving. He probably wouldn't know. Okay. Okay, so guys, this is the opponent here. This is the opponent that's running against the one that I'm gonna go in where Abbott's gonna be. You meet the most interesting people at protests and stuff. We'll just hang out here for a little bit. I think I'll just go over here, sit down. Oh, we got the ladies. Oh, we got the po-po with the ladies.
Don't make me bring in parts.
Are y'all presents on us?
Well, because somebody.
No, we are here to talk about that. Okay, yeah. So, Gordon, you dropped your. I'm here supporting the other candidate, J. Yarborough. All I'm doing, I got my truck over there with the sign on it. I'm not quite as serious as this guy here. That being said, I just want to introduce myself. Doug, if you need anything, please let me know. I'm not connected with this directly, but I am in full support of this truck. Is that your truck? That's not my truck. But I am here in support of it, and I know that while they could get a ticket, you don't tow from these spots because they're not private parking lots, unfortunately.
Right.
So I get what they're saying and I understand it. At the fundamental problem I have is this man is supporting right here is lying to every constituent in the Senate District 30 race with his eligibility, and that's why it's righteous to protest. He's lawful.
I'm against it either way.
Yeah, no, I know. So I'm not asking you, but
I'm saying y'all keep it.
no, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do because I'm going to go to Beth and Lorraine's here after we're done, and I'm going to get me.
Dude, try the whiskey and.
No, I can't.
No, it's a.
You got to get that ice cream, man. It's the best ice cream.
Chocolate chip cookie dough. That's what I do.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You
bro.
gotta get the whiskey and I think it's whiskey and honey ice cream.
Maybe I get one scoop and one.
It is.
Is it good?
It is
I
amazing.
told you guys they have the best ice cream there. It is good. Oh, you got to try it.
Police officer here, City of Denton.
Y'all be safe, all right?
Good to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
Y'all be safe.
If you never need anything, please let me know.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good mountain.
Oh, we got some more. We got some more signs over here. I just don't want to get in the road. There we go. Resistance becomes duty. Well, that was interesting.
Built in the 1800s, late 1800s. Is that the original courthouse? I believe so. It's beautiful. Oh my God. Tell you what, if you sit right there, governors should be coming up the ramp and right here. So. Oh, good. Yeah. Now he's going to have his armed security, like you probably won't get Chick's hand now, but maybe in there. Oh, I wish I was as bold as you, man. It'd be fun to have a smoke file in his face all the time.
The thing is he has a wheelchair, so he's going to need the ramp, won't he?
Well, they'll pick him up if they have to. They will hoist his.
I was going to say the ramp is kind of like blocked right there, but.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people signed up to go. Probably a lot.
I think somebody severely misunderestimated or miscalculated the venue and the location.
Why?
This is not a good location for a city government that's unpopular with the people.
Oh, really?
It's very vulnerable.
This is, in case you've ever heard of him, Fred Flintstone. He does a lot of protests.
Everybody steps right up and come say hello to your favorite Texas governor! The governor now wants to take your tax money and give it to rich people! Yay, Governor Abbott! Free money for rich people!
Good, I'm rich. I'm all in.
You're
I'm all in.
Free money for rich people!
I just said I'm rich. I'm all in.
police. So it looks like the police set up a little presence back there. They've already met everybody.
Hello.
Hi there. Are you here for the event? Are you RSVP to the event?
I did.
You see that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, let me see her sign. He's here at this square, see? He's here at the square, Fred Flintstone, he said, like a few times a week. And you know what? That's what I had thought about doing back home, was going to my town square. They have like a block like this too, close by, and doing some protesting myself with my own signs. Of course, mine's would be about the pedophilia and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, like, he's right. Get your word out. You know, I mean, you get your voice. At least you get to feel like you have your voice heard. No better place than the town square, really. But so it looks like we got 3 people protesting the event, maybe, and then a couple popo back there. And this is from I don't know. The guy, okay, so in case you didn't hear that, Yace, guy that was talking with the police is this guy, Yace Yarborough.
The king
And
is coming! The king is coming!
he's running against this guy who's going to be here today with Greg Abbott. And then he was saying that he didn't know that this truck was not his. Oh, hey, Tricky Trixie. Hey. Yeah, I had somebody recommend this event to me that they wanted me to come and live stream.
With your favorite governor!
So I decided to come on down. It was only like an hour away from my house. I had the day off. Oh, this guy over here. This guy over here is the guy that is with Yance. I don't know if he actually is it. Are you actually the other candidate, or are
I
you?
was a former candidate.
No, I mean, but you're not the.
No, I'm not Jace. I have endorsed him though. I was in the candidacy from the initial part of the stages.
Okay.
And after the primaries, so we received about a third of the vote, and so we did not move on to the runoff.
Okay.
So is this part about being a sore loser? I'm just curious, just asking.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's about it being righteous on his face and making sure that a liar is held accountable.
Liars held accountable.
So,
Liars held accountable.
Brent,
So are you just
unfortunately,
puppet?
lied about his candidacy from the beginning. He continues to lie about it to our face. He spent
So
over
are you
$2
his
million
puppet? If you can ignore him,
trying to buy the Senate district race. The unfortunate part about that is it's very well known. And people of character and integrity are tired of it. And so they're showing up in droves to make sure that we're supporting the right kind of candidate.
It comes around, you know.
What did he lie? I don't know these candidates.
He
So.
lives in Little Elm, just outside of Senate District 30 and Senate District 12. But on his candidate application, he put that he lived in his office building, his commercial office space, down in Denton, which is in the district.
So that he could be in the district? Is that
So that he
okay?
can run.
Gotcha.
Because you have to, by our state constitution, it is not just a flippant rule. It is our state constitutional requirement that you live in the district for a senator for a year before the general election.
A year. Okay, see, I'm from Indiana. I just moved here, and I'm trying to get familiar
He
with
did
the
not meet
politics
that
here.
residency requirement.
Uh-huh.
He isn't eligible to run as a candidate. He's
Oh.
being challenged in court over that.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
they've done a very good job to delay that beyond the primary, and it's going to go beyond the runoff election too. But the unfortunate thing is when you spend so much money and you get giant level elite politicians who are in cahoots with you, you can overcome a lot of the negative press that you're getting because most of our voters are uninformed.
I will agree to that.
They see
Yeah,
a
most
Trump
voters are.
endorsement, and of course here in Senate District 30, which is a Trump plus 23 district, super Trump district, they see that and they think, oh, he's good. Well, that Trump endorsement was bought for $25,000. So you can have it, I can have it, that officer could have it, anyone on the street could have it if they wanted to pay the money. That's not how our election should be won, and unfortunately that is how they're trying to win this election. And it's unrighteous on its face. When you have a man who will serially lie to you, my dad would always say this, a man who lied to you, he'll steal from you.
Yeah,
And
gotcha.
so I think that's the most telling thing that people can resonate with them that they understand. And it's inherently true. I mean, if they're willing to do that to your face over something so obvious of a lie, I mean, his homestead is not in the district. Still, today. And yet he says he lives in, I don't know, the broom closet of his office space that has no setup for residential living in it. Come on.
No, that is
on,
interesting.
that's
That
a problem.
probably will go to court then.
Oh, it is going
Yeah,
to court.
yeah.
One part of the case is being appealed currently, and when they just finish deciding on that part of the case, it will be kicked back to the trial. Unfortunately, because of the way that the court system moves, it's just slow. And so they didn't get a resolution before the primary election.
Curious, do you see Brent as a, I put him into two categories. I put grassroots, and then I put establishment, and both sides have it. So I don't know if you're Democrat or Republican.
I'm Republican.
Republican,
But
okay.
Brent is a hand-picked Republican establishment candidate. Senator Tan Parker and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick handpicked us to run for this office. Jace has, I think, everyone but maybe one grassroots organization that has endorsed him.
Okay, so he is actually a Republican. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't sure. I didn't know what was going on. Like I said, I'm new to this area, so.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is I would argue that Brent might be not as a Republican. That being said, he's been very involved here locally in our Denton Republican GOP establishment. He was the executive chairman of the Denton GOP. That's why, part of the reason why he was handpicked for it. But again, when you look at his leadership capabilities, he ran that organization straight into the ground. So much so they stopped having meetings.
I will say I've noticed back, I'm from Indiana, and I was involved back home with local politics. And the one thing that I really saw on both the Democrat and the Republican side was the going against even our state constitution and stuff. But they were like trying to weed out all the grassroots people and keep the. They spent an unbelievable amount of money. They redistricted things just so that the grassroots couldn't get in anymore.
It's all about power.
Yeah, it was.
When you have a candidate who's handpicked by our elite political establishment, he's beholden to them. He's not beholden to you and me, the constituents of Senate District 30. And then when he doesn't show up, he lies to your face. He's bad on the policy issues. He hardly knows any of the actual issues. I know that because I was a candidate and I was involved with him. He doesn't know the issues.
Yeah.
Come say hello to the governor who said
There's a
he will
decidedly
eliminate
better
rape.
candidate.
What a lovely governor we
All of
have!
us in the Senate race were better candidates than Brent was. We just were not supported by our Republican establishment. And so that's the big difference in the campaign. And so to overcome that and overcome all the negative points that have been brought out about him that honestly are his fault, he spent over $2.2 million on this race.
On the 2.2 million.
This is a $600 a month job. He spent $2.2 million as of a couple of days ago. He'll probably be edging up towards $2.5 million on a $600 a month job. So it's not about money. It is about power and control.
And just out of curiosity, do you know where the money came from?
A lot of it was from Brent himself, but Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick gave him $750,000.
Who did?
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.
Okay, Dan Patrick.
$750,000.
I always say follow the money, especially with politicians, because I want to know who owns them, and if the people are paying for them, I always figure that they're beholden to the people. Everybody is beholden to whoever pays them.
That was
And
part
gets
of,
them
in
in
our
office.
campaign, we did not take any donations. We took none. We were entirely self-funded, and we did it on effort alone. And my $10,000 was about a donation. $1,200 was a filing.
Yeah.
But $10,000 that we put into the race, we ended up with a third of the vote total of the guy who spent $1 million.
Yeah.
That's because we went out and met people and talked to people and just did it ourselves.
That is a big deal, going out and meeting people.
1% of the money had a third of the result. That's how poor of a candidate this guy is.
I'm curious, because I feel like that we have to do something to combat that, because it's happening from both Democrats and Republicans.
I suppose one of my
What would you do?
priorities was to restrict the amount that a candidate could spend on expenditures to $10,000 for state level and down races.
Okay.
When you start talking about a day where we have cameras like this, where we have videos like this, where it's social media the way that it is, where we have websites that are virtually cost-free, why would you ever have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars or multiple millions of dollars, like Brent in this case, to get your message out?
Yeah.
Why? There's no reason you could do it. And
Step
I
right
know
up
that
and get yourself
because
some,
I
Governor
literally
Greg
did that.
Abbott.
We literally did that. Had a
You
very
take
good
your
showing
hard-earned tax
for
money
the amount
and give
of
it to
money
rich
that was
people.
involved.
We all
So
love
I
that,
think if
don't
there could
we?
be restrictions placed
We
on
love
that
giving
to
our
help
money
to take
to
the
rich
money out
people.
of politics.
So
Give
putting
our money to
caps
rich
on how
people.
much can be spent is what
Absolutely.
you're saying, pretty
Absolutely.
much.
And then also restrict the donations from our political elite, like the Speaker of the House, Lieutenant Dan Patrick, the governor's office. Prevent them from contributing to those races and make sure it's constituents.
I don't know what it's like here. I know back home in Indiana, where I'm from, the Republican GOP put a lot of money into their establishment, handpicked candidates that ran against grassroots people. You know what I mean? They did a lot of money, a lot of
They do
effort.
that too here. But Brent has such a bad reputation locally that it is very well known to anyone that is that's politically connected, even to the slightest degree, about what his lies are, about how poorly he did as the executive chairman of the Denton County GOP. That it's very widely known how bad of a candidate he is. The thing we're at to fight here is the uninformed voter.
Yeah. A lot of people don't even understand how it works. I still
They
don't.
have no clue.
Yeah.
They see the Trump endorsed, which is big here. That's who they're voting for. And that's
What would be the differences between your candidate and this candidate? Would you say it a little bit so I can hear you? But because he's
integrity is the biggest.
Okay.
We don't need integrity. The other things that are different is capability of the man. So Jace,
capability of what?
of the individual.
Oh, okay.
So Jace by trade is a litigator. He's a conservative litigator. So as a Republican, that of course is preferential to us. So he deals with the legalese and also highly political litigated matters as his professional job.
But like
That
on the
directly
issues that
brings-
everybody's like
Sure,
doing
like
what
border
like
security,
yeah,
those
all the
things.
issues that everybody's
There are some differences. One of them, Brent wants to continue to bring illegal immigrants into the interior of the United States, the busing that Abbott was doing,
Okay.
which I actually was a fan of. I think it helped drive the conversation about, hey, we need to do something about our borders. It's not just a Texas problem. It is a national problem. Jace likes that occurred to start that conversation, but he doesn't think it should continue. He thinks we should stop it at the border, prevent it from happening immediately, send a dedicated guard unit or whatever controlled by the governor or the legislature to immediately stop it and send them back now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good stopgap. It's not a good solution long term.
right.
So
I got you.
that's one of the differences. Many of the differences in policy, there's not a lot of daylight in it.
Pretty small
Yeah,
differences.
it's pretty small. Integrity is the biggest one.
So that-
having
yeah.
someone that you can trust, having someone that you know is going to be beholden to your constituents, or if push comes to shove, are they voting with the political elite in Austin, not the people of Senate District 30? That is a huge one for me. And then when you lie like you do about such little things, fundamental but little things, like just where you live, what else you lie? Anything you can out of it.
I think people really want transparency now, and they want just some honesty. I think we're all getting tired. All of us are getting tired of being lied to all the time. We get lied to by media. We get lied to by our politicians. And
100%.
everybody, Democrats and Republicans.
Just be honest. We can have
Yeah.
different policies.
Mhm.
You know, I think we all want the same things. We want to have a good life, and
Yeah.
we want to have people help who need help. Like, we want the government off our back. Please stop burning our money. Everyone is on the same page as that. Liberal, Republican, Democrat, Republican, whatever. But we have difference in policies on how to get there. And
Yeah.
That's okay. But if you're without integrity and character, we can't have an honest discussion about any of that.
Yeah. What is that if you can't? And this, I'm not biblical, but it is kind of biblical. If they can't trust you in the small stuff, then I always think that. I think, man, if people will let me down with the little stuff, then I can't. When the big stuff comes, they're not going to have my back.
They're never going to do it right. That's where you make and break yourself with your personal level of character. Is do you take your shopping cart back to the thing?
Yeah, I know when nobody's
Do
looking.
you pick up the trash when nobody's going to know?
Yeah.
It's those things, but they're instrumental moments of character and integrity. And I just feel like Brent doesn't have those things, and it's unfortunate because he actually has a tremendous history of service, dedication to our country. He's a military man, so is Jace also. Tremendous record as a businessman. Went to very elite schools, the Naval Academy, Stanford, very well educated. Has a tremendous record of integrity long term, but in the short term has damaged and stained his legacy standing on this absolute lie.
Gotcha.
It's outrageous. Why? I could never give up my name for something as small as I don't live where I say I'm living.
Yeah,
I could never do
I got
it.
you.
I could never do it.
I
And
got
so
you.
I think when you're willing to do that, it speaks volumes about what else you might be willing to do. And people should be concerned about that, or at minimum, knowledgeable about it so they can make an informed decision. And that's what we're not having. we're not having an informed decision.
I agree on that.
We're not having an informed
People are very uninformed. Even myself, I realized, I always tell people if you're not happy with the way things are, go look in the mirror because it was your fault.
It's your fault. Yeah.
You voted all those
And it
people
is our
in just
fault.
without even paying attention.
It is our fault, as a society. We get the kind of politicians we deserve. So this is our fault. But all we can do is try to do better individually. Like all I can do is try to do better for me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
all you can do is try to do better for you, and hopefully people pick that up. I would love to. Really
I think we're all realizing though that like almost all of our politicians are not in it for us; they're in it for themselves.
I mean, just think about it. Do you feel like your government's working for you?
No,
I really don't.
no.
I really don't. So there's things that we can do, and I think people are fed up with it, and there's more people feeling that way. And so hopefully what that means is they're getting more involved and more knowledgeable and just making informed decisions. It's kind of like Jeopardy. You ever watched Jeopardy before?
Yeah.
And they do, not Jeopardy, but Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yep.
Yeah. So they ask the questions and they poll the audience. Almost always, when the audience has all the information, they get the right answer. I think we're all like that. If we all had the same information and we were all knowledgeable about the issue, almost all of us would vote the same way. That's not the case.
Right,
That's
right.
not the case though in politics. So I think just getting more information out there and being knowledgeable about it helps bridge the gap. Because I think if you knew that somebody was lying to your face, you would probably choose not to vote for them.
That's why I do this live stream, is because I found that there's so many, like, first of all, the media skews everything.
Oh, hugely.
And then even live streamers do. They skew everything for their own beliefs.
Who can
And
you
they're
trust?
and so you can't trust anybody. So I started, I'll just go to this protest or I'll go to this event and
need
I'll
to go
find
see
out
it
what's
on
really
hand.
going on and
you
talk
need to
to
weigh-
everybody,
You need to
you
weigh
know.
those media outlets against themselves. What are they kind of saying? Okay, what's the flavor over here?
Oh, the
what's
media
local
is so-
flavor?
so-
Let me hit Twitter or X, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me see what they're saying,
Yeah.
because that is what you need to take all of it into account, and in the middle probably is the action.
I found that, and I came in started very, very, very conservative and stuff, but I've been able to open up and be able to talk to people who aren't.
Perfect.
And so like
That's the
just,
best thing to do.
and it doesn't mean that I just changed to what they think, but it means it influences that I now know why they think it, they open me
That's
up to
totally
facts
righteous.
that I didn't know
That's
before,
righteous.
yeah.
That's totally righteous.
To
What's
make
your name?
My name is Lori Arnold.
Lori,
Yeah,
Katie.
I'm on here if you want to see yourself
Miss
later
Arnold.
on.
I really don't want to see myself.
It's
good.
okay.
But-
Okay.
but nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was
regardless.
nice to meet
I'm actually
you.
gonna get in.
Thank you very
How are
much. I got to get in there. What time is it?
Who are you? Not offhand. What's your name?
That was interesting. Okay, so let me see. I got to get in here. I'm going to smoke my thing first. So we got,
Hang on. Okay.
I'll see what, does anybody know what time it is? They are all crooked. Does Fred have a channel? Oh, I should find out. I'll go check and see. Let me go over here. Somebody has what time it is. In Texas. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's over there. Okay. Trying to see if you guys, somebody got to give me the time. Come on now. 12:09. Okay, it starts at 12:30, so I don't want to get hit. Okay, I'll be heading in there pretty soon. I want to go see, though. That is a good idea to ask if Fred has a channel. This is the ice cream spot, you guys. If you're ever in Denton, Texas, go right there. Beth Marie's. They make handmade, like, harder ice cream, not the like soft serve stuff. And they have so many different flavors. It's so good. All right, let's go see if Fred has. Fred, I forgot to ask you a question. My chat was asking if you have a channel.
I do not.
You do not.
I do
You
not.
need to get yourself a channel,
No,
dude.
I do not.
No.
I do not. There's enough chatter on Reddit and Twitter now, which I like Twitter because that's where all the
Yeah.
maggots hang out.
Oh, I go to Twitter. See, I go to
Well,
Twitter
okay.
to hear from my left crowd, though.
Yeah, no, I do not want. My wife does not want. me
Oh,
to have
okay.
that sort of concentration of followers or whatever. I mean,
No, I got you.
yeah, it's all about
It
safety.
it is about safety. It does open up. You got to be a little more careful. I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not so concerned about it, but my wife is. You know, I got to do what the wife says.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got you. Okay. Well, people were just wondering if you had a channel. All right. No. Sorry. So it looks like we got 3 police here. Wave. They seemed friendly. And then we got, I don't know who, these guys might be state troopers or something. I think those other ones are Denton. I was thinking. Yeah, this one right here is Denton. What are these? Oh, these are sheriffs. Okay. So Denton, sheriffs.
Anyway, he's
I don't think that the police are going to be needed today. Seems pretty. And then look at, somebody rented this. This is actually for the other guy that's running. It's another Republican that's running. And that's what he was saying is their biggest beef. Oops, it changed it. But their biggest beef was that he lied about where he lived is what they're accusing him of, is lying about where he lived, so that he could run for this district, which is against their Texas Constitution. In case you couldn't hear that, dude, that's what he was saying was he was saying that he is pretty much he was saying he was an establishment candidate. There, that's what it was, that he's never lived in the district. I don't know whose that is. I have no idea. I'll get in a minute. I may have to, if I have to show my stuff. Let me see. Let's see, 12:10. I think I'm gonna sit down, just wait outside so I can keep smoking. These guys.
I'm glad you get the project signed because I was told between Valtteri and Art and his or so many choices. You come with Brent, PH40D. I do have a ticket. Oh, you just texted me, messaged me about it. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. There's just so much going on. I appreciate you letting me know. Is he have one for the rest of the day? Yeah. You were supposed to go somewhere you couldn't make it.
There we go. Get that pretty good. Oh no, go ahead. I'm just look. It's no big deal.
Me and my friend did on the exit ramp of the 3580, and I got there right when he was pulling off.
I kind of want to see when Governor Abbott comes. So I don't know. Maybe see day here. I should probably check and see if I need to.
They're packed like sardines. Packed like Republicans at a rapist convention. The Republican wearing at least nobody else.
Well, I got asked to leave.
Did you?
Yeah, I did have a ticket for this event.
Oh, you didn't register?
I did register.
Oh, I
had a
registered
ticket for
too.
this event.
Oh, and they kicked you
They
out?
asked me to leave. I understand. I'm not mad about them. I will continue to eat at Cartwright's. They have fantastic food.
I was wondering
My
about the food.
politics don't carry into my food, as you can probably tell.
Can't tell by looking anymore, man.
That's interesting.
Guy like this, he could be one
Huh?
of the
I said that was interesting that they kicked you out, huh?
I understand. This is a political rally. I do get that, and I am not for their candidate.
Right.
That being said, they sent me a text message. I registered for the event, like they sent out to everybody who got that text message, and then they kick you out because you have a dissenting opinion. I think that again lays into that narrative. You can't talk about the realities of this race, because if you did, nobody would support this candidate. But
I got into a Beto O'Rourke.
getting out.
They actually let people that were protesting them come like inside.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Beto's team did?
Huh?
Beto's team let them come in?
Beto O'Rourke, yeah, he let him come in, and I think he even let him ask a question. I'm not either, but
I think that's a righteous thing to do.
yeah, I do too. I thought that was because at first I thought they wouldn't let me in
I
or
don't think
something.
to
but-
raise alarm and disrupt the events, I don't think
No.
that's okay at all. But to come up there and ask legitimate questions of your government officials or potential government officials is a righteous act.
That's why I live stream these things so that people can just see what people are saying, and yeah. Well, sorry you didn't get in. Hopefully I don't get kicked out.
It doesn't.
Just for
Too much.
Stop right up and come get your piece of Governor Brent.
So we go stand somewhere else. Y'all have a good
yeah. You have a good day.
Always winter late again. I tell you what, must be that Oak Street thing closed up. You know how Oak Street is closed there? Construction machine.
There we go. There's our sign.
Good morning.
Mothers Against Greg Abbott is what it says.
It's like you almost didn't expect this to happen. Good enough. Good enough for the Protestors. Ready to go. Tall man. Here, yes. Governor Abbott wants handouts for rich people, because rich people need more money. More money, rich people. More money for you.
More money I get,
More money,
more happier I am.
I want money. That's all that matters. Don't worry about women's lives. Don't worry about other people's lives. I just want money, money, money. Money.
Hey, can I ask you a question? I registered for this. Do I need to show like something?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Do you know what time it is?
I think it's about 12, let's see.
I was kind of hoping to get Greg Abbott coming in, but
12:19.
12:19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. But he's coming soon, right? Probably.
hopefully so.
Oh, you're around me at the backside. Separate the church and state.
Separate the church?
From the state.
And all these people are against Abbott, and like you're all against Trump, you're all against America. No. So I understand it's like
I didn't say we're against America.
people who are against America.
No, if I'm against Trump, I'm against America.
All right.
What about the bullshit, buddy?
Ain't that right?
Yeah, we're against Trump.
Trump loving Trump.
Then we have
Yes, 35. Yes, 35. Yes, 35.
I'll bet your mom hates you. Your mother hates you. I bet
mother sent me to the Air Force Academy over
you were
there.
the kid who used to get beat up all the
My
time.
mother sent me to the Air Force Academy.
Okay?
What are you doing? Oh, my father fought in World War II against Nazis. Oh, what about you, shit? Oh, no.
You have no idea what I
You're
did,
gonna
brother.
hurt. I don't give a shit what you do.
You were a punk.
I don't give a shit, Mr. What you do is your business.
I love to look at the MP.
Hey, you know Daniel Perry?
You know Daniel Perry, sir?
Is he a friend of yours?
He's
Hi,
a-
Barry.
Is he a murderer too?
Hi, Barry.
Hi. You like my nails? You like my nails?
Oh,
I like my
oh I thought you were talking to me.
You like my nails? You like my nails?
Oh, he was talking to me.
I like my nails. Don't look too hard, you turn gay. Don't look too hard, you turn gay. You will never go back to women again. Here we go. 20 years. Here we go. Murderers, murderers, justice, murderers, murderers,
Sorry.
murderers, murderers, murderers. Make America do again. Yes, that's a good sign. Get you some money, the murderer. Come on in, say hello to the governor. Governor needs your money. Come on, governor needs your money. More
Maybe he'll pay $2,000 to get your son in a private school.
Is it 6,000? I thought it was 5,000.
The Wall Street Journal says $10,500.
10,500 now.
With the Wall Street Journal.
Man, you can't trust them goofy liberal left-winging magazines. Wall Street Journal, that's left, ain't it? Ain't it left?
That's left.
That's left. We got the Washington Post, or the New York Post, or the, I don't know, man. All them mainstream medias, you can't trust a word they say anymore. You can't say a word. You don't know. You don't know.
CNN says the election was legal. Says the one stolen.
Who was the one that called the election first? I think it was wait, Fox News! Yay! Fox News called the election first.
Hey.
Come say hello to Governor Abbott,
Governor
y'all. Governor Abbott's going to be here any minute now.
That's okay. It was a
Yeah,
Black Lives
seriously.
Matter protest.
Oh, yeah. It's like you didn't expect this to happen. You didn't expect people to show up to protest.
I did, but I didn't expect a bunch of idiots.
20 foot. Why is this 20 or 24 foot? It's like 24. Yeah. And tight quarters like this, man, I would never put a Irish skin like that. Compromise a position like that.
You just called me an idiot. I'm calling Daniel a murderer. Because he was convicted of murder. Like 12 jurors.
Unanimously, too. What?
45 witnesses. Deliberated 15 hours. I thought that was our system at work. I knew it.
Stop right up and come say hello to Governor Greg Abbott! Step inside and watch some snowflakes melt!
Well, I was hoping to see Greg Abbott come in. I did get a Bucky shirt, you guys. So I'm officially Texan now. I got my Texas driver's license and I got a Bucky shirt. I'm officially a Texan. Yeah. It's proof that Texas does allow unicorns in. But yeah, I am now officially no longer a Hoosier. I am now a Texan. Whew. They just don't know what they did.
No one did. I think you're wasting your time.
And why don't they know? That's right. They want them to know.
The lady over there knows who Fred Flintstone is. She's seen him on Twitter. Thank you, Tricky Trixie.
I think he agrees with all these people across the border. You do, huh? Humanity first, right? Take everything away from Americans and give it to the US across the border. That's how you do it.
Let's have an answer. I like that. You people.
I like that. Yeah. And I like that injustice. Where is there injustice? Describe what's injustice. What, can you jump in? Okay, let me ask you something.
Where do you see injustice on that?
Okay, let me ask you something.
I don't get it.
Let me ask you, how many genders are there inside the world? Man, nothing else.
I disagree.
You disagree? You believe God?
No.
That explains everything. Honey, okay, ignorance is not, you can't help
You believe in
ignorance.
Mother Goose, fairy tales, then you believe in Jesus.
You can't.
Hey, he's coming
You
back.
can't help
He's
ignorance.
coming back any time now, buddy. No. Of course they believe Trump. They believe Jesus walked on the water, you know?
And the ladies over here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe about 5 people over here. Something like that. I don't know much about this area because I just moved here. So I'm not sure what Denton is like, if they're more conservative, more liberal. What would you say that Denton, I just moved here from Indiana. Do you think that Denton is more conservative or not?
The city of Denton
Yeah.
is more Democrats. The county, you go outside.
The count, okay.
It goes Republican.
Okay, I was just kind of curious.
It's still very blended. You can see.
Well, I remember visiting Austin years back. I knew Austin was a little more liberal because, like, we went there. We were able to have, I think it was a weed festival. Even we were able to smoke marijuana. You know, woo.
You know what they said? They said he went in there and asked 20 people who Daniel Perry was. They didn't know. And I said, and I'm the idiot. Maybe I'm an idiot, but these people are ignorant. This guy just got, this guy drove into a Black Lives Matter protest, shot somebody dead. The guy had a rifle strapped down, was pointing down to the ground, shot him dead, sentenced to 20 years by a jury. They heard 45 witnesses. That guy got him off. You know why? Because there's a redneck wing of the Republican Party.
Oh, what? I couldn't hear you.
There's a redneck wing
Okay.
of the Republican Party, white supremacists, that love it when a Black Lives Matter person gets shot.
Oh.
So that guy's a hero, just like Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero. So one more dead BLM. So he probably got some votes from it. That's why he did it. Hello, Governor Pardon the Murder. Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't your daddy, you know.
Hey, folks, you guys have a reservation a little bit? Okay, before
Stop right up and come say hello to the Governor, Greg Abbott! He'll take your money and give it to rich people! Yay, Governor!
Hi, No Mercy. Yes, that was he's talking about the guy that Greg Abbott just pardoned.
Hey, don't look at these fingernails, I'm turning.
Fred Flintstone found a fan.
Don't look.
He must be like, have gone viral or something.
Hey, Trump says it'll be a bloodbath if he doesn't win. We gotta vote for Trump.
We gotta vote for Trump.
Yeah, be a bloodbath.
I don't want a bloodbath unless it's women of childbearing age bleeding out, and we're all for that too, ain't we? Yeah!
He also said Biden's trying to assassinate him.
He tried to assassinate him.
Yeah.
Oh
got him all
no!
ago.
What will
You
that
believe
Trump
that?
say next?
Can you believe that? That's what he said.
We can't believe anything that boy says. Oh wait, we can believe him that the election was rigged, it was stolen.
Based on, I don't know, we're still 3.5 years later, we're still waiting for some proof.
Yeah, we're waiting for proof. How many lawsuits did he lose?
63.
63 and count, 63 to
They
0.
were frivolous.
Can we find a Republican judge that will sustain that? Can we do that? Yeah. Ooh, don't look. You'll turn gay. Make your hand go weird like that.
That report just held him off.
Yes, I think you will.
I think he will. He's just like that.
So what has Biden done in reference to that? What has Biden done? Go ahead. I'll wait all day. I'll wait all day. I'll wait all day. Tell me what he has done.
I think he's a
The
piece of
president
shit.
is not omnipotent. He
I think
can't
he's a
call
piece
us
of
people
shit.
say,
Biden,
Yes, yes. There you go.
we agree on one thing.
how is he going to release him? How is he going to get him out?
Yes, sir. Do you RSVP?
Step right up. I go say hello.
Go ahead, Echo.
Greg Abbott. Who will take your
I
money
wondered if you
and
were
give it to
gonna
rich
be
people?
peeking in.
We all want to give our money away, don't we? Give your money away to Governor Greg Abbott and the rich people. Yay, Governor! Yay, Governor Abbott! Give our money away! They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers.
I was staying out here to try to see if Abbott was, if I could catch Abbott coming
Everybody
through.
step right up and get yourself.
See him come in, but I may need to go in soon. It looks like it's pretty full. I want to smoke my vape as long as possible. It looks like there's a lot of people in there.
Can you stop yelling at my customers? They're hurting their feelings. Yeah, this is William. What you need? Everybody step right up and get yourself a piece of Greg Abbott. Get yourself a piece of Greg Abbott, y'all. He's going to be speaking here in a minute now, y'all. Come on in and get yourself some Greg Abbott. Come on in. Say hello to Governor Greg Abbott. He's in there waiting for you, y'all. He's in there waiting. Let's go see Greg Abbott. Come on, come on. You give your money away. You give your money away to rich people. We don't need that money. Give it to rich people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in and say hello to Governor Abbott. Come on in and say hello to Governor Abbott. He's right here waiting for you. The Governor of Texas is waiting right here for you. He's waiting for you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in and say hello to the governor! Governor Greg Abbott! Tickets are free. Come on in and say hello to Governor Greg Abbott!
Yes. And he believes that Biden's doing a good job.
Awesome, thank you.
Officer. Officer.
Esports, huh? Esports gold. Esports in the pot 9 days old. You remember that one? Yeah.
No, actually, we sang band songs because there's only 3 genders.
He's also taking a look at it. I thought he'd come up and spoke to you. I don't think they do. Come.
Was the police officer telling you to move? Did he try to tell you to move?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe he told you to move.
No, I asked him, I said, you give that guy a ticket.
Oh, okay.
But he's got a handicap thing, but he got out of the car and walked just fine. Didn't he?
Oh, I was just curious because I thought, oh man, are they telling people to
And
move?
come say hello to Governor Greg Abbott. Be proud to be a Republican. Don't be ashamed. Don't hide behind walls.
So I think I'm getting me some ice cream when this is all over.
Until I got to Texas. I said, what the hell is chicken fried steak?
They'll carry him. I've seen her just pick him up and just carry his whole thing. He's only 90 pounds. 20 pounds is his head.
Go down on the corner and watch them. Oh, wait. He never have it online. Should we mark this one for Step right up and come see Governor Greg Abbott. He'll be here any minute now. Yes. Don't hesitate. Don't delay. Come see Governor Greg Abbott today.
Colonel Daniel Perry, Abbott pardoned him. Convicted murderer. Of course, who he murdered was Black Lives Matter. I guess that's okay.
Yes! Be proud to be a Republican! Be proud to be a Republican! Don't hide behind closed doors! Be proud to be a Republican!
I'm just going by the questions.
Proud that Abbott pardoned him. Good, thank you. Where you get off after you kill somebody?
Yeah, self-defense, you have to absolutely should.
Yeah. They get off the murder charge. There's no difference.
Come on in. Okay.
I have something.
You owe me.
Step right up and get your love for Governor Greg Abbott, y'all! Close that door! We're trying to meditate out here! I say more! We're trying to meditate out here! Close that door! Y'all are too loud!
Oh, man.
Can you keep that door closed, sir? I say, can you keep that door closed? We're trying to meditate out here! We're trying to meditate! Close the damn door!
This voice is going to go a little bit. So, are you a freelance reporter?
Yeah, I used to be a protester mostly. And then I started YouTubing, and then I decided that there's very few people who actually go anywhere and just let people decide for themselves and show what's really going on. So I decided I was going to start doing that. So I've been trying to go to different events, different protests and stuff, and just check it out without trying to tell everybody what I think, you know.
And then what do you do with it? You blog it? Or?
Oh, it's live.
Oh, this is live.
Live on YouTube, yeah.
I'm live on YouTube.
You're live on YouTube. You've been live on YouTube.
Hey, Mom, baby.
Hi, Mom.
Mommy died 40 years ago.
Oh.
Anyway, I want to know more about that. Hey.
Yeah, I like protesting. I think everybody should have a voice. Everybody.
I protested Abbott. Trump, he was at NRA convention last Saturday. I was on there for that.
I was going to try to go to that to live stream that, but you...
Abbott pardoned the murderer, pardoned Daniel Perry.
Can you please close the door? We're trying to meditate out here! We're trying to meditate!
You have to be an NRA member to go to the NRA event, so I couldn't go.
I read about it. You can sign up and go.
Can you keep it down in there?
Oh.
We're trying to have a seance!
But
We're trying to meditate!
Oh, well, that's why I didn't go, because I thought, oh, well, that's an interesting one to live stream, you know, and...
I mean, probably 2,000 NRAers, Binder went behind me, and no problem. Nobody attacked me.
No. Most places people don't, I don't think.
Hey, Fred.
Yes, sir.
I know! My name and likeness is all of it. I didn't get no commission from it.
Oh, neither do I, because I don't have to pay for my streams. I just do it.
Well, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Fred Flintstone. This is my cohort, Barney Rubble. And
Barney
we're called the Rebel Rousers.
The Rebel Rousers.
There we go.
So, I would like to ask him about his thing towards pedophilia.
I like it. Hey, keep that door closed. We're trying to meditate out here. I say more. We're trying to meditate.
Convicted for 20 years and pardoned. All because he shot a Black Lives Matter protester. That's just fine with Republicans. The more the better. Is that right? What's that?
Police officers over there taking pictures.
Pardoned because who was shot was the Black Lives
Gotcha.
I believe so, but We can't get inside the governor's head because you know it's all.
I
latched down
caught
tight
him.
and all. Close the door! We're trying to meditate!
Sorry, I had to put my do not disturb on. I forget that every once in a while. I learned that a long time ago. Oh, do I need to get in there then? They're at capacity. I might as well go in.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
If you're going in, you're going in now.
yep, I'm coming in.
Okay.
His indictments lightly as well. He's taking them pretty lightly as well, as he should. He does not take his endorsements lightly. And our great governor, our great lieutenant governor, and our great ag commissioner. When's the last time you saw all three of those guys agree on one thing, right?
Right.
Love all three of them, they love each other, but they do have their disagreements, but they agree on one thing, that Brent Hagenbuch needs to be the next senator in Senate District 3rd. I don't have to tell you a lot about Brent. If you've paid exactly any attention at all, you know his background. Served our country, built his business, served as a party chair. Man, how was that? Right? And he approached it with dignity and with honor and did the very best he could under difficult circumstances. Folks, this is an important election. Your president, your governor, your lieutenant governor are asking you for your help. And the best way we can help them is to send Brent Hagenbuch to the Senate. I support him, as do most of the sheriffs in the district. Law enforcement supports him. Firefighters support him. I also saw what the Beer Alliance supports you as well. Is that one of your endorsements there? If that helps some of you, okay, that might be something that you might want to do. So I'm not going to do a long introduction, except to say this. My friend Brent Hagenbuch is going to be the next senator from Senate District 30.
Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate you so much.
Give him hell, Brent.
I appreciate you taking time, Sheriff, to be here today. You're a busy man, I know, so it means a lot to me. Your words mean a lot to me. I appreciate it. Your endorsement, I appreciate that very much. And just your friendship and encouragement during this campaign has meant so much to me. Folks, do we have the greatest sheriff in Texas right here? I want to say thank you to the crowd rights as well for doing this today. I really appreciate it very much. Thank you all for being here. I'm amazed. I was saying we used to get about 30 people to our events for the campaign, and we have a few more today. I'm not sure exactly why, but I do it our guest of honor, but I appreciate it. So thank you all for your support. I want to make sure we give special recognition of our volunteers. They're not all here. Some of them are still out of the polls and phone banking, but would you raise your hand if you're a volunteer, please? And our staff, Mark, Dylan, and Tina, if you'd raise your hand up there. Give them a hand too. You all have been the backbone of our campaign. There's no way we could have been here without you. I've just been amazed by the work, the effort you've all put in, and so I very much appreciate you very much. And I want to thank the governor for his endorsement. He could have done that any time, and it would have meant the world to me. He endorsed me early on in the campaign. I think that's made all the difference. He's texted for us, and he's coming here today to talk. He's a busy man. He's coming, and I appreciate that so much. The campaign looks good. The numbers look good, folks. We got to run all the way through the finish line, win election day, but I'm feeling good about the direction. I think we're going to have a victory. So I'm looking forward to that. It's Diane, but this is right here. Is there any other elected officials here today? It's hard to recognize you. Gotta keep moving. So I just wanted to say that we got to finish this election and go beat the Democrats in November, right? We got to get this guy elected president all the way down the line. And then I look forward to being your next senator, work with the governor. He's led us on so many things on the border. I'm so proud how he stood up to the federal government on that. We want to get that done. This Parent Choice Initiative. We got to give parents a choice and get kids schooling. I want to fight and make sure we get that on his desk. It'll be a great day when we do. There's so many good things that are going to happen in the next legislative session under his leadership. So it gives me a great honor to make the introduction today. Ladies and gentlemen, no further ado, the best governor in all the United States. Someone that Donald Trump said is a hot politician right now. Governor of the state of Texas, Governor Greg Abbott.
How you doing? Howdy, Denton County. How y'all doing? Give it up for Brent Hagenbuch. Proud to be with y'all here today. Listen, I think Brent may want to cover this. I know you know what I'm about to tell you, but it's worth repeating.
Get rid of Biden.
Say again?
Get rid of Biden.
So you know what? I'm actually going to talk about that. But before I do, let me emphasize what we're here for today and the importance of this day as well as next Tuesday. This day is the last day of early voting. This election is so important, there's going to be very low voter turnout. Everybody needs to get out and go vote.
Yes.
You know, there's something that my mama taught me that you may have taught your kids or your mama may have taught you, and that is, do not put off until tomorrow. Everybody knows it. So why in the world, if you have not yet voted, why in the world would you wait till Tuesday? Do what your mama told you to do. Go vote today. Get it done. Get that vote banked. Another thing that may be the most important thing I can tell you today, and that is this election is so important, but it's actually not about Brent, it's not about me. This election is about you, your values, your family, and your future. What you need is somebody who's going to represent those values and that future in Austin, Texas. I know that Brent is the man to get that done, who will fight for the values of the people right here in Denton County. Fighting for values is something that we've done from the very beginning. So next year actually is the 190th anniversary of the Battle of Gonzales. That battle gave birth to the Come and Take It flag in the state of Texas. Yeah! Ever since those days, Texans have fought for what they know is right. And we continue that fight today as we are fighting back against Joe Biden's reckless policies that are destroying the United States of America. Now, there's a long list of those things, but the reality is the polls close at 7 o'clock. And so I can't cover everything that Biden has done. But I'll just tell you one thing that he did recently that's just crazy. So one thing he did recently was he ordered that Title IX of the United States Education Code that was intended to protect women also is now going to be used under the Biden administration to protect men who identify as women. Totally crazy, obviously. So listen, I issued my own order. In response, I ordered Texas will not comply in our schools. That follows what I did last year when I worked with Riley Gaines, and actually we had a signing ceremony right here in Denton County, where I signed a law that says no men in women's sports in the state of Texas. You know, I could only wish that these radical leftists
ideological issues were contained to what I just said. But the fact of the matter is, the radical leftists are trying to impose their ideology in our schools here in the state of Texas. Yep. Let me just give you two examples about what's happening near where we are today. In the Dallas Independent School District, as well as maybe some others in this region, they provide a resource guide about how students can change their biological gender. You know, what are they teaching kids like that? Are they making all A's and everything else? And then in Louisville, where you guys know where that is, so Louisville had a male high school teacher who went and taught school dressed as a woman. If you were a parent of a child in one of these classes or schools, do you think you should have the right to send your child to another school? Heck yeah, you should. And that's exactly why I've been fighting for the right of every parent in the state of Texas to choose the school that's best for their child. And that's why I've been traveling the state to campaign for candidates like Brent Hagenbuch, who will help me get three things done. One, pass school choice. Two, cut your property taxes even more. And three, help me do even more to secure our border. To get those things done, I need you to send Brent Hagenbuch to the Texas Senate. There's something else that Brent and I agree upon, and I bet all of us agree upon, and that is we support our law enforcement officers here in the state of Texas, right? And that means Texas is a rule of law kind of state. Well, have y'all seen what's been going on across the United States in some of these college campus protests?
Not protests, they're riots.
There you go. So you're exactly right.
I'm a college student, so
Well,
I can say that myself.
Well, you know what? You're correct when you say it. So this young man said they're not protests. They're riots. And he is right. And so what you all know is Texas doesn't put up with paid protesters who try to hijack our campuses. And so when those protesters showed up on our campuses in the state of Texas, the Texas Department of Public Safety was prepared and ready, and they arrested those protesters, and they sent them and locked them up in jail where they belong.
Hi, Dale.
You know something else we don't tolerate in Texas? Joe Biden's open border policy. So listen, this has been going on so long, it may be easy to forget that it was just 4 years ago that we had the lowest illegal border crossings in about 40 years. And it's because Donald Trump put into place 4 policies: remain in Mexico, Title 42, in catch and release, and building a border wall. That's what it took to lead to that all-time record low in illegal border crossings. And then Joe Biden comes into office, signs executive orders that get rid of everything that Donald Trump did, open the borders to the entire world. And now we have, in just 3.5 years of Joe Biden, more than 10 million people crossing the border illegally. That's more than 4 Houstons crossing the border illegally under Joe Biden. And including those people crossing the border illegally are known terrorists, known murderers, known rapists. Too many criminals to count. It's extraordinarily dangerous what Joe Biden is doing, and Texas is not going to stand for it. So to make matters worse, when Texas took action to actually secure our border, Joe Biden made matters worse by him taking action to try to stop Texas in defending our own border. So you remember those big orange buoys that we put in the Rio Grande River? Getting some nods. So they were designed by the Border Patrol because they were effective at denying illegal entry into our state. Donald Trump was going to use them. Joe Biden refused to use them. Texas chose to deploy them and put them in the Rio Grande River. And what you know, when Joe Biden saw what I did, he filed a lawsuit to put a stop to those buoys. Well, I want you to know this. As we gather in Denton County today, those buoys remain in the Rio Grande River. Another thing you guys may remember, and that is Biden ordered that the razor wire that we put up that was serving as the barrier that denied illegal entry, he ordered it to be cut. And when he did that, I said, I told the National Guard, I want you to triple the amount of razor wire that you're putting on the border. It was at that moment in time, and you may recall this moment, it was in January, when we pushed back against Joe Biden and his attempts to try to stop us from securing the border. And we responded the way you expect Texans to respond. We said, come and take it. I used my authority as governor of Texas to declare under Article 1, Section 1, there is an invasion taking place in the state of Texas, and Texas has a right to defend ourselves. So in addition to the buoys, in addition to that razor wire I was telling you about, we also are the only state in the history of the United States of America to build our own border wall. And we didn't reinvent all this. It's the exact same border wall that President Trump was putting up, with this one difference. When you look at the amount of border wall that we've already put up and the amount of border wall that's under construction right this moment, Texas is adding more of the Trump border wall in Texas than Trump put up in the state of Texas. And then there's our National Guard. They're doing a great job. We have thousands of our National Guard on the border. They're building hundreds of miles of this razor wire border barrier that's backed up with anti-con barriers that make it impossible to illegally get into the state of Texas, and doing a great job of doing it. And it has led to dramatic reduction in illegal immigration into the state of Texas. So get this, over the past year, illegal immigration into the United States has increased. It's increased in New Mexico, Arizona, and California. At that very same time, illegal immigration into the state of Texas has gone down 75%. What we call a good start. We'll be happy when we get down to 100%. But listen, to help us get to there, there's something else that Texas has done that's never been done before. Texas is the only state in the history of America to build our own military base on our border to stop the invasion on our border. You're going to see the grand opening of this next week. I'm going to be out there when the first soldiers move into a base just south of Eagle Pass, Texas. I want you to know this, unless and until Joe Biden steps up and does his job and finally starts securing the border, Texas is going to continue to bust those illegal immigrants to sanctuary cities across the United States of America. Those people are a bunch of hypocrites. Yeah. We want your illegal immigrants. No, we don't want them anymore. Exactly. Hey, you know who has a border wall? A very effective one. The most effective border wall in the United States of America. Joe Biden actually built a border wall around the White House. He said the border wall is not good enough for Texas, but it's good enough for the White House. That's the ultimate of hypocrisy right there. But listen, I know we've been dealing with a crisis, but I've got some good news. This crisis is about to come to an end. And it's going to end in about 6 months. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
In about 6 months,
Go
Joe
Trump.
Biden is going to be fired as president of the United States of America. And we will re-elect Donald Trump once again to be the leader of the greatest country in the history of the world. I don't think either of them know. But there you go. But here's the important part, and that is from the White House to the State House. We need to elect fighters who are going to fight for your future the way you want that fought for. And so in November, obviously do your part and make sure that Texas votes for Trump. But long before then, today and next Tuesday, on May the 28th, we must elect Brent Hagenbuch to be your next state senator. So you guys have been such a good crowd. Here's what I'm going to do. How many people have already voted? Okay, now keep your hands up. Hold on a second. If you already voted, next question while your hands are up. How many of you who have already voted for Brent? All right, didn't see any hands go down. That's good. You put your hands down. How many people have not yet voted? Okay, you can put your hands down. So how many people have not yet voted, but you were afraid to raise your hand? Quite literally, at the last event I did this, a guy raised his hand. He was on the front row. So here's the deal. What I'm going to do is, because you've been such a great crowd, I'm going to stay here and take pictures with everybody who either A, has already voted for Brent, or B, after we take pictures, you will go to this closest voter location and vote for him. Is that a deal?
Yeah.
So I have here the closest voting location, which I know you know, but repetition is worth it. It's the Denton Civic Center, 321 East McKinney Street, obviously in Denton, Texas. So I have down here, it is only about a half a mile away. Here's my point. Quite literally, I can roll there in 5 minutes. I'm sorry, I can roll there in 3 minutes. So that means everybody here can easily make it over there once we take a picture. Make sure you cast your vote, get your vote banked, and make sure that you know you have done your part to send Brent to the Texas State Senate. Yeah. So thank you all. God bless you all, and God bless our great state.
Is that the greatest governor in all the states? Governor, thank you for fighting for us. Those things you went through just now are impressive. Thank you so much. Folks, if you get me elected, we're going to secure that border. We're going to fund the police. We're going to cut the taxes. We're going to get your parent empowerment initiative passed. We're going to get it done. So I look forward to doing that with you. Thank you again for coming. Thank you so much for your endorsement early on. I mean, it would have meant the world to me anytime. You did it early on. I think it made all the difference. You've texted for us. You came today. I couldn't hardly believe it. So I sure appreciate it very much. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Hey, look, he's right. Listen to your mom. Don't procrastinate. I'm going to go down with you. It's just down this way. Short distance down. I'll go down to vote after this. Vote today. We got half a day left in the early voting, and we got to win election day. I'm feeling good about this election, folks. I think we got a victory on our hands. So let's finish it out hot strong, all right?
Yeah.
All right, yes. This is how it's going to work. So, folks, we're going to form up a line like this, where the front of the line is right there, where Kyle is. And get behind there, and then we're going to go past the governor, take a quick picture, and we'll head right out the door that way, okay? Everybody good? Yes.
Around the wrong way, I think.
I wonder if we lost our protesters. No, I didn't hear that. I'll get out of your way so you can get over there. I'm not going back that way. Stand over here. Oops, I'm sorry. Trying to see. Oh, there are still protesters outside. I think I'll just head out.
We're done?
Yep, picture time. Oh, you're still out here. I wondered. I didn't hear anybody anymore. Huh? Oh, I went in and videoed the speeches.
Hey, after this is over, I'd like to take you to buy you a drink. I want to hear your story.
Oh, seriously? Okay, yeah, no problem. That sounds good.
Okay.
I got the day off, so.
Everything's off for me.
I'm just gonna come over here so I can see y'all.
Greg Abbott's ruining public education. Greg Abbott's ruining public education.
Thank you for coming. You guys have a good afternoon.
Hey, Greg, all nice chatting with you. Greg Abbott.
There were a lot of people in there.
Still showing some tracking there. Rename it.
That handicap spot was open.
Oh yeah, they were upset because look at this really nice car parked in the handicap parking spot. But they do have a handicap placard, so. AOC. I'm just gonna move over here. I think I'm gonna go sit down.
We have a little bit briefly, yeah. That's right. Right. Absolutely. That's our state.
Public education.
Am I in your way? Yeah, this is live. Yeah, I'll move over here. Okay, that's fine. I try to comply with whatever people want, you know. So I'll put them, these guys. I'll put it on these guys over here. So there's that thing there. Now, I did kind of, if I were to speak to this Brent dude, my question would be, I'm just curious about what the other guy that I was interviewed earlier that is for the opposition, he is claiming that Brent is lying about where he lives, that he's using his business address. I gotta get it right, using his business address in order to stay in the county that he's in and running. So he's saying it's going to court and stuff. That's his claim. I have not checked into any of this. So like that would be, I'd be curious what he had to say about that, what his explanation is for what they're claiming. But somebody paid for this over here. And this is the opposition, actually somebody that's running against Jace Yarborough is running under the Republican ticket, I think. And somebody that supports him put this up. I'll show you this. This is the person. There it is, Jace Yarborough.
Vote for public education. Vote for public education.
America was founded on separation of church and
God
state.
bless America and the freedom we have and our peace. God bless America.
Separation right back to the baptism, not the separation.
God bless Texas. God bless America. Vote for public school. God bless America. I love y'all's
America was
outfits.
founded on the First Amendment. Well, the First Amendment to the Constitution. Founded on a lot of things of freedom of religion and keeping government out of religion. Well, what about free to believe whatever you want? What about keeping religion out of government? Well, people have changed their non-technology involved in government. That's the nature. You know, it's pertaining to the ideas. Let it best ideas win. Let the oldest philosophy that's proven itself in the course of human events. You know, end up being the one that works for them.
Greg Abbott is against public education.
Scripture from Leviticus or something. It's not rational. I want rational arguments.
Greg Abbott's in there right now. He is against public education.
Google Daniel Prairie. Google Daniel Prairie.
Yeah.
Google Daniel
God bless you. Have a good day.
Google Abbott, Mark Daniel Prairie, been reporter 20 years.
Go public education. Go public education.
What is your sign? Oh, just your sign. There you go. 45 is college. Okay, thank you.
The main reason why I'm here.
Go ahead. Let me get close so that they can hear you.
So the main reason why I'm here is I am a public educator, and I see
okay.
every day that my students, families, and coworkers are suffering. Here in Denton ISD, we are not getting any type of, well, I'll talk about a couple different districts. In Denton ISD, we are not getting the money we need to support our students in our classrooms. We have a lot of vacancies, and people are not getting pay raises.
Vacancies as in teachers, you mean? Like,
No.
what?
Vacancies, we need paraprofessionals, we need
Okay.
things like that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so we're just
I just curious, yeah.
just pro-education. I just want, no matter what you believe, no matter what side you're on, our kids need to read.
I agree. Reading,
Our
right, the
kids need to
basics.
read. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pardoned at Kentucky murder. My great governor.
Yes, I have a friend back. I'm from Indiana. I just moved here, but it's same issues really a lot all over the country. I think really,
Absolutely.
and I have a friend, which she's very conservative, you know, but she ran for school board because she used to be a former educator, and she also, you know, has done a lot of different things, and she's retired now, you know. But she ran for school board because she wanted to help the kids with exactly that. Our reading, our math rates, and everything are just so far
Critical
below.
thinking, common sense, manners, just
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that you
I
learn in
do.
a public school.
Yeah, I do. I think that a lot of people are fighting over a lot of stuff in our schools, but they're forgetting about the reading, and that we need educated children to come out of it. Really, I'm all for
The
kids getting
children
educated.
is our future. All of these children are our future, and we need these kids to have knowledge so they can choose if they want to vote for Greg Abbott.
Right.
Or if they want to be a Democrat. You know, they need to have knowledge and education so they can have the opportunity to make a choice and read and, you know, have a preference on things.
Yeah, even unpolitical, just so that they can have hopefully a more financially successful life. Whatever makes them happy, they'll be intelligent enough to go after that, you know.
Competent enough to look up their own information and not leave just simple things on like TikTok or social media or things that you hear at restaurants like Cartwright's Ranch House or things like that.
So curious. Now, I hear a lot about the like letting parents. I'm trying to think what school choice. That's what they're calling it.
School choice,
And I know a lot of educators, at least from back where I'm from, are against that.
Yeah.
Okay, but so I was just curious what you think about that.
And what was the question again?
It was about like school choice and stuff.
What do I think about
Yeah.
that? Well, I mean, you're defunding public education. You're you're
No, that's
defunding
okay.
public education. And one of the best things that America is about is so America is really known for our educational system. Like people from all over the nation come to America to get education.
Yeah.
And that is our big main thing that we have
Yeah.
here. But that is being taken away from us. And if you look at the statistics, now this isn't verbatim or probably not the exact, but Texas is on the bottom of the list.
Are they?
They
Yeah,
really are.
Indiana
Out of
was
50
too.
states, I think, now don't quote me, it could be 42, 45, somewhere way down there. And we actually don't get our curriculum or anything like that from the Fed government. We actually have our own type of stuff that we do here in Texas.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
So yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in Illinois, you guys have the federal government is in charge of the schooling, but here in Texas, it's the state.
Oh, okay. Texas is very different because I've noticed that, man. I like in Indiana, we don't have a bunch of Indiana state flags all over. You know what I mean? Like pride in your state kind of thing. Texan above all kind of. That's so foreign to me from up north. You know, I mean, we're just not like that, and so there's a lot I'm learning.
There's some culture down here.
It's different culture. It is. It was a little culture shock. No lie. You know.
And honestly, what's great about the Metroplex in Houston and in San Antonio, which things are happening like that. I was going to say that earlier.
Yeah.
Houston ISD actually just got taken over by the state because there's just a lot of behavioral issues, lack of funding, which is the big issue that I'm talking about here, which is the reason why I'm here talking to you right now, is because, you know, it's... Sorry, I get so distracted. I'm trying to hear what this guy is saying.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna just.
When I went to bed
One
at 10
second.
o'clock that night, he was winning. Yep, and then they pulled all those. Look at how much he won by. How much did he win by?
What are you talking about?
How much did Biden win by?
I'm asking you a question. You talking electoral votes, or are you talking?
I'm talking about for the president.
About 67 million.
How many?
I said 67 million.
Is how much Biden won Trump by?
Pro-education.
No, 46,000.
Have a good day.
You're talking about a particular state. And you're talking about you're talking about Giuliani in Georgia. He said he's got to pay $460 million. Over $100 million.
They're gonna keep going it. Yeah, that's just argument.
Yeah, I don't have God. You don't either.
Greg Abbott's in there right now. That's why we're here.
Daniel Perry.
Yeah, earlier, I don't know if you were out here, I was saying, you know, Greg Abbott's against public education, and there was this lady over here, and she called me a liar, and I'm trying to be civil, so I said, I like your dress, and she ignored me, so I went closer. Another gentleman came by, and he said, oh, she's trying to get your attention. She just was like, yeah, no, she's an idiot. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, that's the thing. We've got to have civil discourse. We have to. We've become so polarized that we don't speak anymore with people who disagree with us at all. I think that's going to be the paramount. That's what I think will help fix our country. Honestly, is for people to start speaking who don't agree on things.
And I am all for, like, you can believe or think whatever you want to think, but when it comes to children and you are hurting children and our future, that is what makes me mad.
Oh yeah, well, as an educator, I would assume that's your passion is children.
I know. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, but I mean, yeah, obviously it's children. I mean, we got the things going on in Israel and things like that, and I'm passionate about that, but this is just on top tier of my list. I think about it all the time. There are kids. I work with a lot of students that struggle all the time.
Would you mind me asking what kind of, like, what you teach? Or what like, are, like, whether...
I'm a specialized special needs teacher.
Oh, okay, that's all I needed.
I teach all levels from 3 to 21.
Okay, oh, that's awesome.
I work with medically fragile children, and so it hurts my heart to see that things are being defunded and these kids are not getting what they need. And, I'm there comforting the parents, the families, and other teachers that I work with, administrators, and we're trying to come together, come up with all these things for funding, just trying to get more money for our students. I mean, there are teachers going home crying every day.
Oh, yeah,
there are admin going home crying every day. How are we going to support our public education? How are we going to fund these kids? How are we going to get these kids to be where they need to be to help our country be where, stay on top?
And so that does affect the funding even more if the school choice goes through.
So,
that's where we were at. I'm kind of familiar with it. It would be like so parents can take the money that if I'm correct, right? The money that they would have been put into public school for their kids if they put them into like a different school, private school.
Yeah, it's
Is that right?
Charter or private school. but there's not really anything. So they give them a lot amount of money, and let me just pull it up so I can get actual facts since you're recording this.
And I kind of go back and forth on it myself because I understand both sides, you know, of the issue.
I really do too.
Like the parents who maybe don't agree with whether I agree with them or not, they don't agree with how the schools are doing whatever.
So I was homeschooled for a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, I homeschooled my kids a little bit too,
And
so yeah.
I support both, but what I don't support, I mean, there's programs like the FLDS, and they have private. I mean, that's a whole cult that has their own homeschooling system that we would be endorsing, and there's a lot of crimes and stuff going on.
Oh, all kinds of. Oh, yeah, I know people. Yeah.
And I just can't. And to me, this supports things like that.
No, I totally understand that. I really do.
They're closed until 2.
One of the things that
Oh, never mind. I was trying to help them out.
we talk about passions, and mine is for pedophilia. I am against pedophilia, and so my big thing is the protecting children.
And well, let me get into that.
So
because
yeah.
when you have less funding, you're. Sorry, I just saw that guy take a picture and freaked me out. I want to take a picture of him. I'm just kidding.
When you have less funding?
So when we have less funding, I mean, we have less people in the school. We have less people being able to help our students learn. Like, I mean, you have classrooms that are over the size limit. The size limit in Texas is 22 kids per classroom.
A lot of stuff goes through the cracks.
And then on top of that, in a special needs classroom, you have to have a para. Like, there's certain types of kids, and you have to have another individual in there to help you with those kids because they're so high need. But we don't have the funding for that because of things like school choice, or like Texas, unfortunately, is against things like public education. And Greg Abbott's in there.
That's nasty. Holy
Yeah.
wow, that's funny.
Vote for public education.
Yes, the kids that slipped through the cracks. I am really, the school sizes, I know they've got to be the same here as they were back home. Just ridiculous. Over now. I had my older son, he had some problems, I know he had severe ADHD and different things, and like I even remember going through all the steps of figuring out what the school, like, they had this process and for things the school had to do for my son to help him learn,
Vote for public education. Public education, I like that too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But they weren't all able to do it, and I know that has to do with funding. I didn't blame the teachers, really, because they've got like 25 kids, and no, I don't think it is.
We need bodies in these classrooms.
We need what?
Bodies. We need
Body, yeah.
But the thing is where the bar that it was at, you before to be a teacher, you had to have, like, here in Texas, per se.
Right.
I've never taught in another state, so I can't really say. But here in Texas, you need a bachelor's degree, or you used to need a bachelor's degree, and a month or up to 2 years of working under another teacher to mentor. But they don't have that anymore. Now it's fast track programs, and they're having a lot more people in these schools.
That concerns me.
Well, it is very concerning, and then so now we see an increase of behavior. We have less staff. The staff that we do have is not as trained or educated, and so it's disappointing. And so when we have somebody that's in high political power like Greg Abbott that is voting against these things, it hurts. It hurts Texas. I mean, it's just going to put us lower down on the ranks.
We do need our children. I'm sorry, but we have been raising some. They're not all dummies, but we're raising a lot of uneducated children, You
would be surprised if you look at the statistics on how many kids that are graduating that cannot read.
Oh, I absolutely believe it. And then with COVID and stuff, you hear the horror stories of how, like, teachers have been forced to just pass kids who didn't, maybe even do the work or something. Now, I don't know if that's in Texas, but
that's a that called? There's a law. That's a federal law that goes through all the states.
Yeah,
That
see.
and that was what is that called? It's the No Child Left Behind Act.
Oh, I can remember that from back in the days when my kids, because then I got to send them to the school down the road, not the one right next to us or whatever. Yeah, I remember that. I actually liked that as a parent, because then I could say, well, which one would I like to send them to? I like this one much better than the one I'm in, you know, and so as a parent, I was like, yay, I didn't even know anything about it, you know. That was just my little perspective for my kid, you know. But I don't know how that affected
public education.
How that affected all the education and stuff, you know. I'm now hearing.
It really benefited the special needs population because it was really hindering special needs. And it's funny if you really think about it. There's a lot of great people in our history that have special needs. That, you know, I'm trying to think of somebody right now. I came out of here on a whim. I had no idea this was happening.
That's okay, yeah.
And so I'm not ready for, I don't have all this information that I know locked in.
It's okay, because I just like talking to people. I'm not like interviewing you or nothing.
Okay,
You know, we're just talking. Yeah, I do. I like to go out and just talk to people and figure out why they do what they do, like why you're here with a sign, you know.
I do want to say something really respectful about the Denton police. Earlier, as you can see, there's a parked car right here, and we didn't know that it was, you know, we're like, that's a handicap parking spot. I'm not square.
And it looks like, yeah.
And so we, you know, told them with the police, you know, to try to address it, but they do have a tag up there. And they, you know, were pretty much saying like, hey, you know, we support you guys. Like, it's not fair that somebody can park right there. And, you know, when somebody actually needs it. Like, you know, you see some older gentlemen out here that are on canes that are struggling walking.
I did see that, yeah.
And wow, what a nice governor give us a spot for people.
Whose is that? That's Governor Abbott's car?
I think so, yeah.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
About public education.
That is interesting. That is interesting. I do have questions about a lot of stuff. Like, there was a gentleman out here.
Vote public education. Have a good day. Bless America.
Where'd Fred Flintstone go? Where'd Fred Flintstone go? Did he leave?
I know, we're in Thorny Rebel without Fred Flintstone.
I was in there and I didn't hear him anymore. Figured he left.
Yeah. Hey,
Who's Daniel Perry?
what?
Who's Daniel Perry?
Daniel Perry was this guy, this racist. I know he's a racist because on the internet he said I am a racist. And there was a Black Lives Matter protest in Austin. He saw 50 drugs traveling.
No, this is super fun. I wanted to do this for a while. Never in my life did I think I was going to have the opportunity. I come here to get lunch on my last day, and I see that this is happening, and I'm like, you know what? I get to serve 2 years, and I get to voice my opinion.
Oh, dude, I love it, because that's what my thing is I want everybody to get their voices out. I think it's important that everybody has a voice, you know, no matter what the voice is. I've given people I protest, and I've given people protest advice who absolutely the exact opposite of what I believe. But I'm like, well, you know, make sure those signs are, you know, like dark enough that people can see them. And haven't you? This is your first protest?
Well,
like protesting?
Oh, this isn't even mine. I just picked it up. The thing is, I mean.
Well, you should have your voice. Everybody should, especially as a teacher.
That's what I'm saying. I think we need to hear voices from people that are living this life, that are in the world, dealing with the decisions that those are making, that they don't really have to.
Right. I was a little disappointed because with this event, the guy, see that Yates Yarborough or whatever, there was somebody from his camp who's running against this Brent. I don't know these people, but the Brent one. And they wouldn't, he registered and everything, and they wouldn't let him in. You know, and he was real respectful. He was, I mean, not to be disrespectful, but he wasn't yelling like this or nothing. He was very respectful. He was just talking to people. And they wouldn't let, he registered, and then they kicked him back out. And I don't like that. I like, what Beto O'Rourke let me in to his, and he let in the protesters that were outside. He let them into his event that I went to a few years ago.
You want the beer?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Public education. Y'all have a blessed day. like your shorts. Those are cute.
Okay, everybody, I'm going for a beer. Barney, me and Barney are going for a beer. That's nice. It's interesting to meet people. I really like this lady here. She is an educator. I hope you could hear most of what she said. But anyway, I really would like to know from this guy. I don't know if anybody knows more about it, but know about the accusations of not actually living in the district that he is running for. So that'll be interesting, because I know that those are state laws, or not state laws, but like in state constitutions and stuff, they have different rules about elections. I don't know what they all are, but anyway. But I'll peace out, you guys, and talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed it all. I finally got to meet Fred Flintstone. I think I've seen Fred Flintstone on some of those protests. I might even. It was nice meeting you, ma'am. It was nice meeting you. But thank you. You too. But
I'm going over to my bike.
Okay, I'll be right over. I forgot what I was saying, but it's I was kind of curious about that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace out. Everybody have a really good Memorial Day weekend. Woo woo. I don't know what I'm doing. Who knows? I may go live again if there's something interesting going on. So, see y'all later. Oh, and if Bayo, peace, man, dude. I was in there while they were talking. I couldn't say hi.